Alright, let's look at the homework 3, problem 29. Alright, so we have this piecewise defined function, and the first definition is 1 plus mx when x is less than or equal to 1, and negative 2 minus mx if x is greater than 1. Alright, so let's look at part A. Alright, so for m equals 1, so we put m equals 1 there. And find the indicated limits. What is the graph? Okay, so let's find the graph first. Alright, so when m equals 1, first piece, which is when x is less than 1, is going to be 1 plus 1 times x. Alright, so slope is 1 and the y-intercept is 1. Alright, so this one looks promising because you have positive 1 is a slope. And it looks like it's going through 1 here. So I'm going to keep that. B is definitely not the 1 because C, the slope is actually negative here since it's going down. And C is the same way, so this is not going to be it. D is not going to be it. So A is the only reasonable one, so I would say this is the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright, so select the choice below, and if necessary, fill in the answer box. Alright, so we're talking about the limit of this function as x approaches 1 from the left. Alright, so since you're approaching from the left, we're talking about x being smaller than 1. So we have to use the top formula. Alright, so it's going to be 1 plus 1x. Alright, then as x approaches 1, so we just basically plug in 1 here. 1 plus 1 times 1, so it's 2. So here it's going to be 2. Alright, check the answer. Alright, so we got that. Alright, next one. This guy is actually, x is approaching 1 from the right. So we have to use the bottom formula. Alright, so m is 1 and x is going to 1. So you have a negative 2 minus 1 times 1. So negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. So answer should be negative 3. All right, check the answer. All right, we got that. All right, for m equals 2. All right, so same kind of question. So m equals 2. So top one is 1 plus mx. So you have a slope 2. All right, A is okay, promising, and the B not right because it's going down here. C is not right. So D is promising. So it's going to be either D or A. Right? And here, 1 plus 2x. So 1 is a y-intercept. Here, looks like a y-intercept is negative. So only reasonable one is D. So you can see that the y-intercept is around 1 there. All right, let's check the answer. All right, we got that. Alright, so again, x is approaching 1 from the left, so we have to use the top formula. So it's going to be 1 plus 2 times 1, so it's going to be 3. Alright, and let's check the answer. Alright, we got that. Alright, and x is approaching 1 from the right, so I'm going to use the bottom formula. It's negative 2 minus 2 times 1, so negative 4. Is the answer. Alright, check the answer. We got that. Alright, then so find m so that the limit from the left and from the right is going to be the same. So we have to find m. So this one we're going to do it on paper here. Alright, so let's look at the limit of f of x as x approaches 1 from the left. Right? So again, we have to use the top formula. So we are talking about this limit as x approaches 1 from the left. So we're going to use the top formula for this guy, mx. We don't know m is, we have to find that. And if you have a right-hand limit, so x approaches 1 from the right, have f of x, and you have a limit as x approaches 1 from the right, then you have to use the bottom formula. So it's negative 2 minus mx. All right. Then the top one, So since x is approaching 1, so it's going to be simply 1 plus m times 1, so it's going to be 1 plus m. And here, x is approaching 1, you're going to get the negative 2 minus m times 1, which is just m. All right? Then we want to make sure that these are equal to each other. All right? So we have this equation. So we have, let's see, 1, I'm going to go down here. All right, 1 plus m, this is equal to negative 2 minus m. All right, I'm going to put all the m's on the left, everything else on the right. So we can, let's see, first we can add m, so that basically we're moving this guy over to this side, right? And we have to get rid of 1 and move it over there. We can do that by subtracting 1. All right, so adding m to m, so you have a 2m. And subtracting 1 from both sides, you get the negative 3. All right, then we can just get rid of 2 by divide through by 2. So m is supposed to be negative 3 over 2 to have the same left-hand limit and the right-hand limit. All right, so let's type it in. So we got negative 3 halves. All right, check the answer. All right, we got that. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.